Welcome to Detectival. Here we are, it's day one. It's a bit chilly. Looks blue sky, but it's actually a bit chilly. We've got the metal detecting channel, we've got Lee, Artisil, we've got Mark, we've got Stu, we've got plenty of other fellow YouTubers and friends everywhere. We had a really good night last night. You would have seen a little bit in the intro. Yeah. Headache? No, don't think so. Excited? Definitely. So stick with us. We've got ploughed and rolled, we've got fields galore. It's like a scene from The Walking Dead. There's about 1,000 people all wandering around in a field, but we're going to enjoy it. So stick with us and we'll see you soon. I see that man over there. I don't think you can see him. Let's see if we can see him. There he is. That's Mark, giving us a wave. I'll show you a little bit later. He has found, within 5 minutes of being on the field, a quarter stater, a gold Celtic coin. Thank you very much. Unbelievable. I'll show you in a little while. But yeah, he's having a brilliant day already. I've had a decent start. I've had a couple of bits of lead, but I've just found this, which was an 80, and that's lovely. That is a little, I think it's an acorn. Sorry, just get that in shot. I think it's an acorn, but it's a little mount, which is fantastic. Yeah, so there's stuff here. Lots of people bending down, kneeling down, digging holes. So the history is here, and we've got a gold stater in the camp already. That is amazing. We also had a little bet this morning. We all said we'd put £10 in, and at the end of the day, the winner with the best find takes the money. I think Mark's completed it already, but we shall see. See you in a bit. There we are. Well, we're out with the DS2, as always nowadays, and the 11-inch coil today. I've got the 9-inch and the big beast in the boot of the car, but I've decided to stick with the 11-inch, try and get a bit more coverage. Yes, we'll come back to that gold stater. We've also had, Stu has found a lovely Jetton from the metal detecting channel, so make sure you go and have a look at that. But we've got that, which was, as I say, about an 80-81, and I wasn't going to bother filming it, but it's got some proper green to it, and it's got a nice feel to it. You know, often think maybe pipe tampers, that kind of stuff, but it might just be a random piece of whatever. But it's got a nice colour, it's got a nice weight to it, so we thought we'd put it on the camera. But no, it's going well. Been going about half an hour, I suppose. Yeah, all good. Day one of Detectival, and loving it. So the next one was if you can see that, kind of 73, 74. Quite a nice number, quite deep. So the DS2 picked it up. It's a good 7-8 inches down. Anyway, it's come out to there, as you can probably see. And it's a thimble, eh, Lee? We don't mind that at all. Yeah, nice little thimble, nice and green. Shame it's not shiny, but we'll take it. Yeah, lovely. Yeah, little thimble. So we've had a good start. Excellent. Let's move on. And straight on to another one. I was hoping for something silver, because it was 1991. It's not silver, but it's a little thing of beauty. Look at that. You see that? Beautiful button. All right, scroll out again, so we can see it properly in the sunshine. In the sunshine. Oh, he says. Yeah, look at that. Military button. It's got the shank on it as well. It looks familiar, but I can't place it. But you got the crown and the bird there. That's a little stunner. Yeah, very happy with that. Right, let's move on. Well, I mentioned it earlier, but look at that thing there. Turn over for us, Mark. Oh.
He's going to be that thumbnail.
Yeah, you know it. That's me thumbnail sorted. Cheers, Mark. That's a gold quarter stater Celtic beauty. Well done, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Superb. Well, the next one. Full disclosure, I have seen it, and I think I know what it is, but .51, .52, just under the surface, and he says, if I can find it now, there it is, Any ideas yet? Oh, that has got to be. Yeah, that's definitely. We found a hammered coin. It's a cut half. I haven't wiped it other than... Oh, that's better. That's better. Maybe it's the sunlight. I don't know. Can you see that? Yeah, there she blows. Yeah, a little hammered half, cut half, which is fantastic. It was a 51, 52 on the day as 2. I just did do a live reveal. Unfortunately, the focus wouldn't come on, so I'll have a look at it when I get home. So you might see it, you might not, or I might merge them into 2. But that is going to be, what is it, a Henry, Richard, or someone like that, or a John. Yeah, let's give it a squirt. That's amazing. We're on the silver. Yes, now. There we are. Not much more than what we already saw, but a lovely little voided short cross, I think that is, of John Henry, a Henry, or a Richard. But we'll clean that up back at home. We're on the silver. That is 12, Gaz. 12 pieces of silver for the year. I think he went on to 14 recently, so I'm still 2 behind. Anyway, let's move on.
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few, 'cause right now we got nothing else to do.
So it's after lunch on day 1 of Detectival. It's about 1:30, so we've had a good 4 hours or so, give or take, with a couple of breaks. Yeah, it's going well, really well. Getting a bit of silver is always good, and we had a few other interesting finds. And in the group itself, we've had Roman, we've had gold, obviously, and various other stuff. So really, really interesting. So we've moved on to a new field, which is I'll just show you. It's got a bit of a brow on it. So I'm at the bottom of the hill at the moment, and I'm walking up the top. It's a bit imposing skies, so we might get some rain. But in the meantime, we got a 92, and I've just turfed it out of that hole, and I think we've got our first. I think it might be our first kind of copper coin, proper coin, other than the silver coin, of course. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's going to be a relatively modern one, I suspect, but I'm going to give it a squirt and come right back to you. See you in a bit. Well, definitely not as modern as I first thought. That's a little George III with a little bust in the middle. So that is a 1806, 1807 halfpenny, George III. Lovely. Yeah, not sure how well it will clean up, but hopefully that's coming through. Facing right, that's definitely him. And then if we turn it over, pretty blank to be honest, but I think we'll get something off it. It feels like there's something there. So yeah, we'll take that one. Right, we've got, well, so much time left. So hence why not the live digs. I'm just kind of trying to turn the soil over and show you stuff really. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Well, keep saying well, don't I? Apologies. Right, next find. Not long after that George III halfpenny. A little bit of a clod shot for you. He says, there it is. Can you see that? Button, definitely. Got some writing on it and pattern on it, definitely. And sitting in the clod, it was in the 90s, mid-90s, 94, 95. So it was worth dig. Right, let's break her free and see what we got. Look at that. Wow, we found some very, very nice buttons today. Some of which I haven't even filmed. Some really nice patterned military style buttons. This one's the Royal Engineers, look, and you've got GR6. So George VI in the middle there. Absolute stunner. Yeah, very, very happy with that. Yeah, that is a thing of beauty. And still with its shank as well. You could hang that on your blazer tomorrow. But it won't be. It'll be going in the pot and we'll move on. 55, 56, this one. And I thought it was going to be nothing, if I'm honest. Thought it was just a piece of copper. But again, don't know if you can see that. That is a beautiful little pin badge or something with a star on it. There's lots of military stuff on here, and I'm presuming that's the same. But yeah, look at that. Absolute stunner. Yeah, very, very happy with that. That is beautiful. Wow. It's darkened overhead now. We had a little bit of a shower. Yeah, looking around me, it's pretty grey everywhere. So yeah, let's make the most of it before the rain comes, I guess. Brilliant. Wow. I hope this is coming through okay, and we'll see you on the next one. Well, the next one's an interesting one. Another one in the 50s actually, and again another one right on the surface, or just under. Just looked like a little bit of copper banding, but when I had a closer look, which I'm hoping is going to work, if you can see that, it's got a tiny little kind of hook on the end, which would suggest that could be quite old, and it might actually be a little, dare I say it, a little Roman implement. There's been lots of Roman coins coming up, so it's very possible. Excellent. No, we like that. I'll put that in the pot. We'll have a look at that later. See you in a bit. Well, we have got thunderstorms and a lot of wind now, so the waterproofs are on. Very grey, as you can probably see. And there has been some lightning in the sky, although that's a long way from us. So I think we're okay, because behind me is pretty blue sky and white clouds. So nothing too serious to worry about as yet. But yeah, I had a 50 something again, so seem to be finding a lot of 50s today. And that, you can probably see a flash of red in there. I thought for all the world that was going to be a moo tube, but I have, full disclosure, I've just kind of covered it back up again because I want you to get the effect of it. There you go. Can you see him? That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is a toy soldier. Still with his paint on, I would say, as well. I should add. Look at him. A little guard, royal guard, horse guard, or whatever they're called. I can't remember now. But yeah, that's lovely, isn't it? Very, very happy with that. Colour on the back's beautiful. You don't often find them still with paint on. That just goes to show how kind the ground is over here in Hertfordshire for Detectival. But yeah, that's lovely. That is one of my favourite finds of the day, I've got to say. And that would definitely be going in the cabinet. So the wind has just gone absolutely crazy. I'm not sure whether you're hearing this at all. But anyway, we'll take cover and see you in a bit. There we are then. That was Detectival for Notch to 11. Sadly, I didn't get a chance to dig on the Sunday. Very long story, but I was ended up kind of getting up and going home on the Sunday morning. So it was just Saturday and obviously the festivities of Friday evening for me. There were some amazing stuff come up over the weekend, not least the lovely Mark's quarter stater, a beautiful gold coin. So we had gold in the camp, which was fantastic. And talking about the camp, massive shout out to Mike and Rick, the Metal Detecting channel, and relevant links to relevant channels will be in today's description, but I'm sure you know who Mike and Rick are. To Lee from Artiseal, to Mark, of course, the gold jammy git finder, Stu, the lovely Stu, and of course the lovely Paul Andrews, and every single other person that came and joined us over the camp over the weekend. For those who don't know, I'm camp chef. I always cook up the food. I really enjoy doing it. And actually, the reason I forgot to do an outro on the field is because I didn't find much after the last find. And then by the time I got off the field and got the barbecue fired up and beers flowed and fun was had, and yeah, completely forgot. So take this as the outro and the roundup all in one. But yeah, massive thanks to everybody. Likewise to the detecting family that either came via the camp, so Paddy and Andy and Nathaniel and John and everyone else, and also all the others that I bumped into, including the lovely Ash, Gareth, Tom, and all the others on the Friday night. Didn't get a chance, as always, to spend nearly enough time with everybody, but always great to see you. And obviously, the lovely Henry, Griff Fines. Didn't see your family either, so shame on me, but I was hoping to do more and ended up not doing it, so there we are. Anyway, so what did we find on our one day at Detectival? Found lots. Really happy with it, actually. We have found a couple of bits of lead, including that molten piece on the left. We found the usual smattering of bits and bobs, including ringy things. This thing I don't think is a pipe tamper. It's just something, a little pulley or something like that. A nice little copper leaf, which I didn't even know what it was until I kind of give it a general clean up. I haven't cleaned any of this, by the way, too carefully as yet. We had a crusty George III halfpenny. This one is a notable mention. It isn't mine. This was found by the lovely Stu early on. He'd forgot his fines pot, so he gave it to me for safekeeping. I've still got it, Stu, and I'll send it to you so you can clean it up. But it's a little Nuremberg Jetton, beautiful one actually. I think that will come up lovely with a bit of TLC. So yeah, lovely. Well done, Stu. We found a watch winder. We found a thimble. 4 amazing buttons. This little one, which would have been enamelled at some point. Beautiful. We found 3 other military ones. This one with a crown on it. Not quite sure who that is as yet. We found a beautiful George VI Royal Engineers button, still with shank. And a really lovely RAF button, still with shank. So they're gorgeous. The soil was really kind to find that particular detectival. So they'll come up lovely with a bit of artiseal. Another little military, I'm presuming that's some sort of little collar pin with a little star on it. That's lovely. A beautiful mount, not sure how old that is, little acorn mount, but I bet that's got some age to it, which is great. Loads of Roman came up on the fields over the weekend. I wasn't lucky enough to find any of the silver stuff, but we found a little Roman grot, and we also found this, which I'm pretty confident, if you open that piece up there, that would be a loop, and then with a little pincer bit at the end there. Having looked online, and as I thought on the field, I think that is a Roman kind of beauty utensil. What it was used for, I've no idea, but there are various varieties, all very similar to this online. So I'm calling Roman. If you disagree, let me know. This little Bobby Dazzler, look at him. You still see his detail on his face, look. And again, shows how kind the soil is where we were for Detectival. I'm not quite sure what regiment or what country he's even from, but he's a thing of beauty, and that is definitely going in my cabinet with my other lead toys and bits and bobs. And then last but by no means least, a lovely little cut half, either a Richard, John, or one of the Henrys. Only the second ever cut half I found. Little voided short cross, but a thing of beauty. So we're actually 13 all, Gareth and I. So the race and the game is well on between now and December. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed Detectival for me. Lots of other videos out there from all the other gangs, so make sure you go by and watch them. But for now, I'll see you on the next one.